Hey, hope you're having a great day so far. Today is January 19th, Tuesday, and on this post I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, before diving into District0x and Orchid Protocol, DNT and OXTUSD, and see what exactly are going on in these markets. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on these markets, according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are watching me on YouTube, do subscribe. If you guys are watching me on TradingView, do follow me, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys do want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 4 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit, and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculations, opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please only leave them in the comment section below, but I will try my best to get to them as soon as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do like to take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me what the money could be trending into, would it be Bitcoin or altcoins or neither. Currently, the time frame I'm focusing on is the 3-day time frame. I think it's lagging right now. Okay, all right, the 3-day time frame here, as I have mentioned yesterday, was when I was seeing the price action being supported by the 3-day 21 MA right here, has breached it now that it's actually being supported by the 200 3-day MA. If the price action on Bitcoin dominance continues towards the measured target of about 63.5% here, I would expect the price action here, the Bitcoin dominance, to trend downwards. And when Bitcoin dominance trends downwards, in my opinion, it is better for trading altcoins as opposed to if Bitcoin dominance is trending upwards, generally speaking. Now, Bitcoin price action here has not done too much for the past couple of days, which in my opinion is very good for trading altcoins, as we have already seen quite a bit of better altcoin price action in the markets when Bitcoin dominance is consolidating within the symmetrical triangle pattern. But I'll be paying very close attention here, because if Bitcoin actually starts dumping, it could take quite a bit of the altcoins down with it. The magnitude of the shockwave to the altcoin markets would depend on Bitcoin dominance and which way that actually trends. Now, Bitcoin price action here is being supported by the daily 21 MA. That is still the key support I'm looking at. If the Bitcoin price action actually breaks this bottom trend line and the daily 21 MA, I am looking at the 12-hour 50 MA as the next level of support, which is pretty parallel with the symmetrical triangle pattern bottom trend line. So if it actually does break the daily 21 MA, it doesn't seem like I would have to invalidate the symmetrical triangle pattern as of now, unless, of course, it breaks through the 12-hour 50 MA. Then we might be looking at something else. The measured target of the symmetrical triangle pattern is over 47K as far as I can read it, and symmetrical triangle patterns are continuation patterns. 60% chance of it breaking upwards. Verify that stat on your own, and the measured target may or may not be reached. It is only theory. It could also be overreached. Let's take a look into District DNTUSDC first. Now, let's take a look on the monthly time frame here, where I do see the RSI here is about 86 on the monthly time frame, so pretty high overbought RSI here. Down to the weekly, current RSI is about 80, but we do have bearish divergence comparing this high with this high. On the 3-day time frame as well, we do have bearish divergence comparing this high with this high, but with lower highs on the RSI. On the daily time frame, I do see that since the pump of about going from 5 cents, more than 5 cents, to about 21 cents, price action has not even touched the daily 21 MA. I don't think this one counts. It has not completely touched the daily 21 MA here. So these are some of the signs I'm looking at. Right now, it does seem like it's formed a symmetrical triangle pattern, which is a continuation pattern. Again, 60% chance of it breaking upwards. Do verify that stat on your own. If it actually does break upwards, I do have a conservative measure target here. Yep. If it actually breaks up at tomorrow's candle, I do have a measure target of above 23 cents as far as I can read it. Now, this is a symmetrical triangle pattern. Like I said, 60% chance of it breaking upwards. However, some things to actually take into consideration. We do have quite a bit of overbought territory RSIs here. So even though it's a 60% chance of it breaking upwards, I would like to take into consideration with the 40% chance and how that could affect a successful breakout. Okay, we do have bearish divergence on quite a bit of these time frames, and the daily 21 MA has not yet been tapped yet since the pump here. So even if it actually does break to the downside, I don't think that's unreasonable. And if it actually does break to the downside, then I'm looking at the daily 21 MA as the next level of key support and see if the price action can actually get a bounce there. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios now. Bullish case scenario, if price action actually breaks out of this pattern, I don't see any big moving averages from the daily time frame up that could be acting as resistance. However, we do have the 12-hour 21 MA is actually within the pattern here as of this snapshot. We do have the 6-hour 50 MA that could be acting as resistance even when the price action looks like it has broken out of the pattern. The 6-hour 50 MA, which is the white line. The 4-hour 50 MA could be acting as resistance even if it does look like the price action has actually broken out of this pattern. Quite a bit of hourly moving averages, all of them, at least on my chart, the 21, 50, and the 200 are all above the upper trend line here. That could be acting as resistance once the price action looks like it has broken out of the pattern. So those are things to consider, and some of the bearish and some of the resistances to actually consider if the price action looks like it has broken out of the pattern. Those are still going to be some very short resistances along the way that could reject the price action. Okay, that is the bullish case scenario. Price action breaks out of the top trend line and above those resistances I've talked about, go towards its measured target. Theoretical target may or may not be reached, could also be overreached. I will strategize accordingly. Bearish case scenario, if price action breaks its bottom trend line right here, the next level of key support I'm looking at will be the daily 21 MA, which looks like it's pretty parallel with this bottom trend line here. So if it actually does break to the downside and gets supported by the daily 21 MA, I'll be looking at a bigger symmetrical triangle pattern and see what it does from there. I'll cover this post again if I get enough views on District0x. Now, this is the bearish case scenario. If the price action breaks to the downside, I would expect to get some kind of support at the daily 21 MA and then see how the price reaction interacts from there before making another judgment, at least on my part. Let's take a look into Orchid now. Orchid Protocol here on the daily time frame. Let's discuss that real quick first. On the daily time frame, it does seem like we're forming a ascending triangle pattern. I'm still looking for that second swing down. Okay, it does look like it's swinging down right now, but I'm looking for it to complete and let me determine where the bottom trend line should be placed. Okay, so this is just the preliminarily predicted trend line for this preliminarily predicted ascending triangle pattern. Is not completely validated yet until I get that second swing down. Now, on the 12-hour time frame, I do see a cup and handle pattern. Okay, the neckline of this pattern is going to be about 34 cents. If I start seeing 12-hour candle closes, which has not been done yet from the 12-hour time frame up above the 34-cent area, I prefer about a 35-cent close for a solid close, I would assume that is the safe breakout of this cup and handle pattern. Now, the measure target of this pattern is going to be about 46 cents in that range, okay? Like I said, that's a theoretical target only, may actually be different in live price action, so I will strategize accordingly. That is the measure target of about 46 cents. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, if price action actually just breaks out of this ascending triangle pattern and gets a 12-hour candle close at about the 35-cent area, then I would say that's a safe breakout of the cup and handle pattern that this price action has been running in for quite some time. We have not had any 12-hour candle closes above the 34-cent area, so breaking this pattern would tell me that this could be a safe breakout out of this pattern. Now, let's take a look into the bearish case scenario. Bearish case scenario, if we start breaking this bottom trend line here, I do think this is going to be the bottom trend line. I don't think I would have to adjust it because I do have the daily moving averages here. Maybe I have to adjust a little bit, but I do have the daily moving averages here, so I don't have to adjust it too much, and that could be acting as pretty solid support. If price action actually breaks this bottom trend line, I don't actually see any other supports below the bottom trend line right now. Maybe the weekly 50, that's pretty down there. So if it actually breaks this bottom trend line right here, then I would say that the breakout of this cup and handle pattern will be delayed, or further downward price action may still be possible, where I would have to invalidate this cup and handle pattern. I do think that's less likely as of this snapshot right now. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I would love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.